coming up, we've got all the latest from FC Barcelona, including a bit of a breakdown of that massive victory last night in Belgrade. We'll also be bringing the latest from Barca women and the club in general, as well as all that's going on Feeberse. So stay tuned, because this is Culers Corner by Feeberse.
It's another good week in Culelandia. We can't stop having good weeks. We can't stop smiling. We can't stop scoring. Is there anything bad about our past 2 months?
I mean, we could have conceded less.
Yes.
It's been a crazy couple of months here in Barcaland.
I know. I mean, when you look at our last 3 wins, you know, we talked about it before. I was like, are we going to drop points in one of them? Like, if there was any time, I mean, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid.
Touch wood. Like,
I mean, honestly.
Everything's going so well.
The women are doing well, still doing well, obviously. That's the men have had to keep up with them, and now the men are keeping up with them, and now both of our teams are perfect.
It's just going very, very well.
Just going
very well. This is, of course, Culers Corner by Feeberse. Shall we get right into it and have a look at some of the best photos from last night? Do you want to see some great photos?
Yes. It was a good night.
So the team was over in a chilly Belgrade. I spoke to Mark Brow earlier today, who's now back. The team stayed there last night and travelled back this morning. I saw Mark Brow earlier today here in Barca Studios, and he was like, "Yeah, no, it was like between 2 and 5 degrees. It was chilly."
Yeah, it looked cold, but our players brought the fire,
brought the heat,
brought the flames. No, honestly, it was another big performance. It was a game that could have easily gone wrong, I think, with the atmosphere, with the teams obviously no away fans, at least not clear away fans. If there was away fans, it was incognito.
Yeah.
It was the atmosphere, you know, for our young players to maybe kind of mentally break, and there was none of that. So
no, Hansi Flick was like up front, like, this is not going to be an easy match. We're going to have to go there and fight. And they did. And it was the MVP, Inigo Martinez, from the defence that scored the opening goal. And from there, it was just...
Yeah. I mean, I think it could have gone to so many different players for different reasons. Obviously, Inigo Martinez is he's the leader in the back line. And the back line have been doing so well with the offside trap. Jules Koundé obviously had a hat-trick of assists. Lewandowski, had 2 goals, 1 goal off his 100th Champions League goal.
Yeah, which is incredible in itself.
Yeah, exactly. Rafinha, just big
doing
Rafinha,
what he does.
Really. I was really impressed with Frenkie de Jong, I must say.
Yeah, it was nice to see him back in starting 11 as well.
I was really, really impressed with him. I gave him one of my player of the matches. I was on Barca Live last night, so I had my first 3 were Jules Koundé, Frenkie de Jong,
on our screen right now.
And I can't remember. I think I had Rafinha or Leo was my thirds. But I thought he was big. I mean, there's only positive things to say. I mean, to be fair, at one point I was like, maybe we could do more, especially at halftime. But it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, this guy as well, Fermin, got his first goal in European stage. First of what we hope is just an absolute turn. Obviously, he just signed a new contract with the club.
Indeed.
So yeah, do you want to hear from Hansi Flick and Jules Koundé after this incredible match?
Let's see.
No, we are really happy and we appreciate the performance of the team. It was really good. I think we show our strengths, we show our quality, and this was also what we want to do today. And of course, 3 points here. It's absolute good, because now when we see on the table, it's good to see. No, it's very good, because also for us we have a young team and I think also today was not an easy match. The opponent was really good, but we are doing great. So we came under pressure, but the reaction from the team was good, and this helps us to improve.
Very important. 3 more points, 3 points more, and it was very important because especially with this new UCL, it's important to win games, because also with a lot of goals scored, it's very important, because at the end of the day it can influence to be in the first 8.
Jules Koundé, whose birthday is next week.
Yeah, you're right.
He is. What is it? I think it's on Tuesday, I believe so. And I believe.
Let me confirm.
Okay. Shall
Let
we?
me confirm. There's
No-
another
no
birthday you
fake
wanted
news.
to
I know.
shout in the chat. Go on.
I did. There is a birthday in the chat. Mod Rachel, happy birthday. Feliz cumpleaños. Enhorabuena.
Let's
Sure.
Fotman says Kunde. Yeah,
Martin
let's just
Gato, much love from Uganda. Where are you guys
Hey.
watching the program from?
have some
Let's see the
show
flags.
some love in the chat after that victory last night. Jules Koundé's birthday
Yes.
is November 12th.
Okay.
He will be 26 years old next
Easy.
Tuesday, November 12th.
There you go.
There you go. Jules Koundé.
Happy early birthday.
Happy early birthday to you. You like just amazing, amazing.
You beautiful, beautiful,
beautiful
fullback.
man. Yeah, he's having just such a good time. Speaking of beautiful footballers, and
Yes.
in particular the centre defenders,
Mhm.
there's one of our youngsters that's a little bit more rugged today than he was yesterday.
His beauty was ruined.
Yeah, we're of course talking about Pau Cubarsí, who took quite an injury yesterday. Quite, yeah,
A
to see it-
kick. Yeah,
quite a
I
quick-
was.
literally a
It
kick to
was
the face.
literally a kick to the face. A little jump start.
Maybe we can have a look at Pau Cubarsí.
He was a bit late to Halloween.
It was a bit late Halloween. I mean, he seems fine with it though.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, he's young.
He's young.
He's young. He could still. We can't take that, but he can.
Yeah, 10 stitches he got in his face.
Yeah, as you do. Honestly, took it like a champ. Looks absolutely painful to have the studs in your face. But at least he was fine. I'm assuming he had anesthetic. I'm hoping he did, because if not, he's just a freak in nature to kind of be okay with having that slash.
These country boys, they grow up different.
I know. I'm assuming he woke up really, really sore today. So I hope he's fine.
Yeah, show some love to Pau Cubarsí in the chat. Let's see some love.
Cubarsí.
Yeah, because he's just another one that's on fire. We've got Danny Boy, who's in Venezuela.
Venezuela, que tenemos seguidores de Latam bastantes.
Yeah.
Hola a todos los de Latam. Let's see, from Uzbekistan,
Ahmad Kazan, Kurdistan.
Kenya,
There you go. Pedro Olmo, love it. Mr. Barça says
Azerbaijan.
Jordi.
Honduras. Hola, Cecilia de Honduras.
We need a
Ahmad
bit more
from-
Spanish. We've not had much Spanish so far today.
I know. A ver.
Give us a
a
bit
ver.
more.
Que mandáis las banderas. ¿De dónde estáis viendo? Culers Corner OE.
Fotman, get well, Cubarsí. 6+6, Cubarsí.
From Kuwait,
From Kuwait. Hello in Kuwait. Love you, Cubarsí.
There's
Elena
Nepal,
Cortez.
Afghanistan,
Hey, people from all
Venezuela.
over.
Antonio González de Venezuela.
Hello
From
to
Ghana,
Johnny Prego in India as well.
Bangladesh.
Hey, we've got
and
Kool-Aids
everyone.
all over the world.
I know. Wednesday Adams from Lebanon. A Lebanese Wednesday Adams. I would love to see that.
Nekam thinks we're going to win the Champions League. They're working on it.
I know.
They're getting on with it. It's no messing
Yes.
about, you know.
Honduras.
There we go.
Egypt. Uf, un poco de todo. Un poco de todo, un poco de todo.
Poco de todo. Thank you very much for joining us, all of you.
Mira,
in-
Edgar,
around the world.
saludemos al Salvador. Hola, hola, from
Akila
Denmark.
Franklin is
Aquila,
a regular
Jamaica.
on the program
Yes,
here.
I
Hello to you
know.
in Jamaica.
Hello.
Oh, we've got
Tassim from Bangladesh.
Jordan
Jose
Lewandowski
Leon,
fan. Fejoey, Poland.
Brazil.
Polish
Mohammed
fans and
from
the chat.
France.
Wow. Thank you very much for joining
We get it
us.
over. Okay.
What a party.
I know.
Sam
this
says,
is
how
great.
impressed are you with Hansi Flick? How impressed are you with Hansi Flick?
A beautiful German man.
A beautiful German.
I've been. If anybody has watched White Chicks, you know, he's like, what a beautiful chocolate man. No, see, if you haven't watched it, then
It sounds terrible.
It sounds really, really bad. But it's like, what a beautiful German man. That's all I have to say. Hansi Flick, the man who's doing wonders, and he's doing wonders in a way that I don't think any of us imagined, which I think what makes it so much more impressive. He's created a team that we trust. When was the last time you trusted a team this much
Just to go off
you know,
to Belgrade and score 5, go to the Bernabeu and score 4.
Femini is the only team that I've ever trusted like that in terms of, yes, you're going to go here and we're going to do it. We're going to play a Champions League final against a team that you've never been able to beat, and we're going to beat it. Hansi Flick has instilled that trust in his team, and I think the players feel it, we feel it, and everyone's just enjoying themselves.
Everyone's having a great
honestly.
time. You can hear from Hansi Flick ahead of the match on Saturday. Like, you can ahead of every match. He's live on Barca One with his press conference. We'll get into that shortly.
Yes.
Because now I think we need to go further back
further
and
back.
enjoy a match
Another
in
derby.
Montjuic, another
I know.
derby.
We don't have our producer Edu today.
No, he's not in today, but I'm
Sadly,
sure he's
ran away
having a rough time.
knowing that we were going to speak about this match.
Let's go back and have a look at some of the images from Barça Espanyol last weekend.
Rafinha.
I mean, it was just another weekend of Barca action. Of course, it started off with celebrations.
Of
Aitana
course.
Ballon d'Or, Copa Trophy
Lewa,
for Lamine
Lamine
Yamal, and
Yamal.
Leo was the player of the month.
Indeed,
For La Liga.
we've been passing that down. I think it's the third time now that we've passed
gone,
the.
if I'm not
it went
wrong-
Lamine, Rafinha, and now Leva.
Oh, okay,
I think so.
I think
isn't
so,
it?
maybe.
Yeah, I think it was.
Barca just
Um,
dominant in La Liga.
Dani Olmo, absolute just being Dani Olmo. I thought this goal from Rafinha was
It was
brilliant.
absolutely glorious. Just shows his resilience with that
yeah.
captain's armband as well.
He's a leader. He's a player that you want on the pitch all the time. As we've seen, Lamine Yamal, Rafinha, and Leva they've been our
Been
starting
so
attack,
good.
and you can't.
And I'm enjoying Dani Olmo in this kind of position as well. This
He
like false
did-
nine,
yeah,
especially taking
definitely.
pops from distance like that.
Yeah, he's. I think he's enjoying himself a lot in that position. You have a lot of free reign to kind of float around because you have such good midfielders behind you. I think we balance the midfield off so well that it relieves pressure off each player to do whatever, to focus on what they have to do. He knows that if he loses the ball, he's gonna have a player behind him. He knows that when he gets the ball, he's gonna have support behind him. So it gives you just the confidence and free reign to do what you want to do and do it as best as you can.
Javi Puerta did get the one back there for the visitors at home, really. They were Espanyol. So, yeah, another 3 points for Barca as they extend, keep their lead at the top of the table.
Yeah, another 3 points with our offside trap working exceptionally well. Does it make you nervous or do you trust it?
I like it. And as
Do you
long as it
trust
keeps
it?
working. My worry about these kinds of like tricks, to call them,
Yeah.
is that they overplay that hand too often and then people expect it.
Yeah, fair.
But I mean, the likes of Real Madrid should have expected it. Espanyol definitely should have expected it after the match against Real Madrid, and they went,
And it didn't work.
Didn't work.
We're invincible.
There were various matches last weekend that
Yes.
were unfortunately not played.
Mhm.
And at the beginning of every match day, of the matches that were played, the clubs held a minute silence
Yeah.
for those that have been victims of the Dana flooding in Valencia.
Mhm.
The club has offered all of its support in rebuilding basic infrastructure from the part of the Barca Foundation. So, ahead of that match on Saturday in Montjuic, there was a minute silence for the victims of the Dana flooding in Valencia.
als familiars i a totes les persones damnificades. Gràcies.
Com a valencià, em dol profundament com està patint la meva terra. I és desolador veure les imatges de la tragèdia.
Desde el Barça y su fundación
volem mostrar el nostre suport a les persones afectades per la Dana a València i altres comunitats damnificades.
compartimos el dolor de ustedes, le enviamos mucha fuerza en estos momentos difíciles.
Des del club i a través de la Fundació estem treballant per donar-vos suport en aquesta emergència i especialment la reconstrucció d'alguns dels serveis bàsics.
L'última setmana és sense dubte una de les més tristes de la meva vida. Ara tenim que continuar recolzant i ajudant en el que puguem a la terreta. Molta força i visca València.
Ahora más que nunca, mucha fuerza a Valencia y a todas las comunidades afectadas. Ayúdanos a colaborar. Fuerza Valencia.
And at the beginning of the match, there was also a few celebrations to celebrate Aitana Bonmati again.
Yeah.
As I think we should. We have an image at the beginning of the show from last season. I think we have to update that.
Maybe.
But Aitana Bonmati
Let's have a look at these. There
was
we go.
obviously there with her grand prize of the Ballon d'Or in the Estadi Olympic Juice.
Rafinha there with his
little
daughter,
his proud face.
Like, you know, you're gonna come with us and see this. This is an
Yeah.
historic moment of Aitana
It is,
Bonmatí with
it
her
is.
second Ballon d'Or
Honestly.
in
His-
Montjuic, and what a great, you know, for the fans and for the players as well to be able to celebrate that with the fans.
Yeah.
In Montjuic, I want to take
No,
the
I
opportunity.
think-
Actually, we had a message in the chat from Max, who says he
Mhm.
can't wait to get back to the Camp Nou and hear the Barca anthem and the Champions League anthem played there.
I
So
know. I rewatched the video the other day from the Camp Nou game of Femini in the Champions League against Wolfsburg, and I can watch that video like,
Yeah.
every single day.
But it's, you know, but Montjuic's become our home, and it's been nice
Yeah.
that we're able to celebrate these trophies here. And there
Definitely.
was Lamine Yamal handing it on to Lewandowski,
Yeah.
you know, player of
Three
the
consecutive
month.
months in the league. Lewandowski, obviously, our Bayard. We have our two Polish strikers up high of everything, and I mean, all is well.
All is well.
All is well.
This weekend, Barca face Real Sociedad. Hablamos de pronósticos, ¿no? A ver,
Sí, a ver,
a ver.
El Real Arena es difícil, pero debemos estar bien. La Real Sociedad tampoco ha tenido un arranque de temporada bastante buena como para preocuparnos.
But
Pero
there's no
claro.
easy match. There's no easy match.
No,
And, you know,
no,
you
no,
have to
no,
get
no.
through the match. Let us know in the chat, what do you think? How will Barca fare against Real Sociedad?
Dirnos en el chat el pronóstico que tenéis para el Barça Real Sociedad este domingo en San Sebastián en la Real Arena. Ida, what are you saying?
I've been
Jeremy?
always kind of quietly cautious with these, like, and I think I've underestimated time and time again this team.
Yeah.
And now I'm worried about overestimating. Like, my gut's saying like a five,
Oi.
but at the same time I'm like, I don't want to jinx it, you know. And so every time I've been like, you know, 2-1, 3-2, 3-1,
Yeah.
and then Barca go and like put 5 past Red Star Belgrade and
Yeah.
4 past Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Real Sociedad, Barca. I think I'm gonna go with 5, 5-1.
Okay. I'm gonna go for 0-4.
0-4, 4-0
0-4.
for Barca.
Yep.
What do we
0-4
think?
chat. Cecia says 4-1 Barca wins. Burak Jeet says it's a
agrees with
4-0
you.
win. Agrees with me. Akila Franklin 4-1. Sam 4-0. I think the 4-0
4
is.
is. I mean, it's. you
A
know,
ver, ¿qué pensáis? El pronóstico de Real Sociedad Barcelona. ¿Qué decís?
MK, are we gonna see a masked Kubarsi?
Ooh.
It could
a little
happen.
Batman.
Like a Pujol returns or a.
Yeah, the kind of that. Martin Cato says it's going to be a difficult game, but we will win. I think so as well.
I mean, a difficult game, but we'll win 4-0.
I think,
It's,
yeah. It's a balance. It's a balancing game, essentially. Mr. Boshana says 4-0. Huela says 5-1. Carolina dice 5-0 for us. 4-0 if Palde plays. 4-1 if Gerard Martin plays, says Sam. Rocio Olivia 1 for Barça. Oof. All right, so I think Burak Jeet says Lewa, Rafa, and almost score.
I think, you know, those are things that you can almost be like, yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
I mean, yeah. Right, so yo creo que tenemos pronóstico un 4-0, 4-1, 5-0, 5-1. MK says 6-1. Right, you're going for 5-1.
I'm going to go 5-1
I'm going 4-0.
for Barca. 4-0.
I'm going
Okay.
4-0.
Let's see if we get it right. Because it's not just the men that are in action and scoring a ton of goals, as
Indeed.
ever. Barca women played last weekend against Eibar, and I believe you got this one right. I believe your prediction was correct.
Did I?
I don't know. I'll have to go back and check the tapes.
I need to go back.
Let's watch the highlights, though, from Barca Eibar last weekend in Liga F. They were back at the Estadio Johan Cruyff,
Indeed.
and it's always good to be there, and showing off the goldware as well.
Yes, the Women's Club of the Year and Aitana Bonmatí showing off her even better goldware, her 2 Ballon d'Or. Back at the Johan Cruyff, back in winning ways, Alexia Putellas is one step closer to surpassing Luis Suarez.
No mean feat.
No mean feat, it will definitely happen. And so she will, probably in the next game, she will become the outright 3rd highest goal scorer in the club's history. And I think from there she's about 30, 32 goals to become the second highest goal scorer, which hopefully she will get to, because that means she'll stay with us forever and ever.
Excellent. Vicky Lopez is on her way to doing it as well.
Yes,
She's
she's starting off
got a
young.
head start.
I think definitely. What I like about this team is that everyone's playing well, and a lot of these players are here to stay for a long time. I think you have to enjoy it. Paredes scored a header. Well, she gave the assist for a header for Padre Jarro. Onabaye. Again, our fullbacks are doing wonders. Jules Conte, Onabaye, doing what fullbacks probably shouldn't be doing. When you think of, who finishes near post like that as a fullback? No, outstanding. It's another Femini game.
In the Johan.
They're getting back to them. They're getting really well. The likes of Vicky Lopez, Kika Nasrid, Claudia Pina are getting into rhythm. We're not relying on the players that we always rely on. I think that's quite special.
No, it's nice actually seeing it mix up a bit. And they had that Coldplay shirt as well.
Yeah, that Coldplay shirt. I still want one.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
It's really nice.
It is so nice.
They're not easy to come by, those Coldplay shirts.
No, they're not. It's hard.
Speaking of not easy to come by, there's a certain sold-out polo shirt to celebrate a certain someone's Copa trophy that we're going to be giving away today. Actually, we're giving away 3 of them.
3.
And that's all thanks to Feeberse. First, though, we need to talk very quickly. I almost jumped ahead because Barca Women have got 2 important games coming up.
Yes.
Atletico Madrid at the weekend, and then next week, St. Pölten in the Champions League, European football's
and
back.
then the weekend after that is El Clásico Femenino.
The weekend after that is El Clásico Femenino. But we'll be back here before then, so we can talk about that. But it is a packed-out calendar for them. Atletico de Madrid is never an easy match.
It's never an easy match, but I don't think Atleti have picked up the rhythm enough to be worried about it entirely. It's always going to be a hard match. It is... Everyone argues that it's El Clásico of the league because Atleti have been around for so long, and they used to be they used to win leagues above Barcelona. So it's never going to be an easy match, but I think Atleti are still coming into rhythm with the new manager, new players, a lot of players left. So I think we should be fine.
What do we think in the chat? A ver, los pronósticos en el chat.
El Barça Atleti femenino, ¿qué decís? ¿Cuánto ganamos?
I'm going to go for a comfortable 3-0. 3-0 al Barça.
Yo 1-5.
1-5.
1-5.
Manitas all round.
Una manita.
Yeah, no, I think I've gone too safe again. I've gone under.
I think it's fair though.
Let us know in the chat. Barça Femini, Athletic Femenino. What do you think? And then St. Pölten next week in the Champions League.
In the Champions League, St. Pölten isn't an easy one.
No.
They're not an easy one. They've been in the Women's Champions League for quite a long time. They gave problems to Lyon last season. But I think I'm going to go with a 3-0.
Okay. A 3-0 in the Champions League.
I'm going lower with St. Pölten.
I mean, Champions League can always be a tough one.
It's either that or a 7-0, so you take your pick. A ver, aquí la Franken says 2-0. Pronósticos del Barça femení.
7-1 from Nepal.
Cecia says 5-0.
Rocio 1-6 al Barça.
Let's see.
I love Barça.
Rocio Oliva 1-6 Barça.
I think
Burakjit says 3-0.
In the Champions League against St. Pölten, I'm going to go 3-0 again.
3-0?
I'm going to 3-0.
Okay, I'm doing 3-0 Champions League.
MK
says 8-0. See, I feel like MK is gonna come back. He's like, I told you. Yes. Mohamed Ahmed says 8-2.
Hamza Rehman 4-2.
The crazy thing is that everything's possible now.
With this Barca Femini.
With both of our teams.
Well,
really.
yeah. With all of them scoring,
ridiculous.
like no matter what position they play on the pitch.
Carolina says 7-1. Okay, I'm going 3-0 Champions League, 5-1 Atleti.
I'm 3-0.
Okay.
3-0. Shall we give away some polo shirts?
Vamos. La semana pasada os dijimos que vamos a sortear 3 polos de, la edición limitada de lo que es el premio de la Miña Mal, del Capa. Y pues ahora tenemos los ganadores.
Let's do it. This is the moment of the show. Call is called by Feeberse for Feeberse. Let's get into it. Hey, you did it. You beat me.
We nailed it.
We've got the beautiful Feeberse microphone, the beautiful
Indeed.
Feeberse green behind us.
Yes.
It is the moment of the show. Feeberse. And you might be asking, Alex,
What am I asking?
what is Feeberse? ¿Qué es Feeberse?
What is Feeberse? ¿Qué es Feeberse? Bueno, si no habéis descargado la aplicación, pues descarga la aplicación de... Oh, I can never... One day I'll get it right. Descarga la aplicación usando este código de corre.
Give it a scan.
¿Y qué es Feeberse? Feeberse es una aplicación que es solamente contenido de fútbol. Lo que es subir vídeos del Barça, vídeos de nosotros. Yo creo que es lo mejor que
Yeah,
tiene
you can
Feeberse.
see those on follow us
Culers
at Culers
Corner.
Corner, which is now gone. There it is, it's back.
Es una aplicación de contenido de solamente fútbol.
Yeah, it's an application, a social network for content, as you can see on the screen.
A ver, si no me queréis en el programa, me decís y ya está, ¿eh? Producción.
We've Mike Wazowski'd.
Yes.
Alex.
So
as
this
you
is the
can see
point.
here next to Alex,
Right. Should I go back?
it is a video platform where you can see just nothing but great football content. Nothing
Sí.
but football, Alex.
Nada que puro fútbol. Yoga bonito, todo lo que queráis. Y cómo funciona es que tenéis que pues acumular puntos de lo que es wow points, que te lo puede dar la gente. Si te gusta el contenido, dais un like, después dais wow points, y con esos wow points tienes un nivel y vas subiendo de nivel, y lo más nivel que tienes te da más value, como se dice en castellano,
Transfer value.
el valor de mercado, como un jugador, tal cual. Entonces, tu perfil tiene un valor como un jugador de transfer. Entonces, pues, subid vídeos, reaccionar en vídeos, bueno, puedes dar like, wow points a los otros vídeos que os gusta, como el de nosotros, y pues poco más, todo lo que es fútbol.
Everything football. Everything football. You can upload content. You can give people wow points. You can receive wow points. All the wow points you get will boost your videos so they're more seen, and you will increase the transfer value, just like the players,
Indeed.
of your account. So sign up to Feeberse, get on there, upload some great content, increase the transfer value of your account, follow us at Culers Corner,
Sí.
and enjoy some great content. There are also, Alex, opportunities to win.
Sí, si nos seguís en Feeberse Culers Corner, tenemos bastante oportunidades para ganar cosas, como hoy, que vamos a sortear y regalar los 3 poles que están agotados en el Barça Store.
Yeah, I was hoping to be wearing
hay que
one.
decirlo,
I was hoping to be wearing one of these polos that we're
No.
going to give away today, but they're sold out.
Jamie, you're not that important.
But you could have your hands on one. Last week, la semana pasada, we asked you to comment on this video. Let's bring up the video. This video. There we go.
Yes.
This video, which was the giveaway video, this amazing polo, like a cricket-style polo, for to celebrate Lamine Yamal winning the Copa Trophy.
Indeed.
And so-
Aquí vamos a anunciar quién ganó los 3 polos, ¿no?
We should get right to it.
Pues a ver.
Should we do a drum roll? The winners of the 3 polos given away by Feeberse are here.
Aquí sois los 3 ganadores de los polos de Lamine Yamal. Ahí está Malave, Raisa Fons, Julito González.
Malave, Raisa Fons, and Julito González. You are the
Enhorabuena.
winners. Congratulations. Woohoo! Round of applause.
Enhorabuena, habéis ganado un polo cada uno de la edición limitada y agotada de Lamine Yamal.
Attention, because Feeberse will be getting in contact with you to sort out the delivery of these amazing polos, and you will be the envy of all your friends.
Indeed.
But that's not all. There's always competitions. There's always things to
There
take part in,
always-
and always great content, both on Culers Corner and the official FC Barcelona account.
Yes, there is a lot, and we did a challenge. Well, I did a challenge. You had no part in this. I did a challenge that I quite enjoyed, to be honest, more than I expected.
You love a challenge. You're just
I
so
do-
competitive.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have a keepy upbeat ongoing challenge with Robert on Barca Live. If you guys want to go watch Barca Live, we're 1-1 at the moment, and I need the tiebreaker to. Anyway, we're not talking about my competitiveness. I didn't compete in this. I asked people on Camp Nou Boulevard to guess players, pixelized, Legolized. But
Legolized.
first, we're gonna try it with the chat. Are we?
Should we try it with the chat?
Should we try it with the chat?
Because I don't really know what you're talking about. But
Okay.
let's-
Okay, I'll show it to you. So I'll explain the game. So chat, you're gonna be involved in this. We're gonna see how well you know. Can you say how well you know? I don't think.
Can
okay.
you recognize the
So
players?
chat, who is this player. Can you guys guess who this is? Jamie, do you want to start thinking
It
about
looks
who
like.
this is?
I mean, it could be a trick because there's been
It
shirts
could
like
be a
that. It
trick.
looks like a new shirt. I think
Maybe.
it looks like a new shirt. We are slowly revealing it.
Okay.
Who do we think this is?
Who do we think this is? MK says Lamine Yamal. Bienestar says Lamine Yamal. Medrol Crack, Lamine Yamal. Borakjit,
Lamine
Yamal.
Yamal.
Touchline sales, Lamine. Martin Cato, Yamal. Close.
It's so easy.
It's Yamal.
Is it Lamine Yamal, Alex?
It is Lamine Yamal. That was all right. So everyone gets the concept of the game then. So shall we move on to the next one?
Let's do another one.
Let's do
I like
another
this
one.
game. This
Let's
is
do
good.
another one. Let's do another
It's
one.
not easy. Like I don't think it's easy.
Right. So there's something that
I
gives
think I
this
know
away.
this one.
There's something that gives this away, but you have to know what it is. Chat, who is this player?
Who's this one? Lewandowski. Da, 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 da. Da, da.
Shantudas, Rafinha,
Shantudas, I think was the fastest there. Shanatu,
I know. Shifa
Shanudas.
Fácil, Rafinha. El crack
Rafa
Rafinha,
boy.
Carolina Rafinha, Rafa. Eres Rafinha, joga bonito, capitano Rafinha. Todo lo que quieres decir. Eso es Rafinha. Y
You got another one for us?
we have one more. This one might be a bit harder.
This one's tricky.
This one might be a bit harder. Chat, do you know?
It is quite an iconic
who
photo,
this is?
though.
It
I
is-
think. If it's what I think it is.
Do you think chat? Do you have any idea who this is?
There's still a lot of people saying
Oh,
Rafinha.
Sam's absolutely killing this. Messi.
Shifa says Gabi.
Dybala, Messi. Shifa
Yeah,
Fácil,
as we
Messi,
reveal it,
Jesus
it becomes
Mendoza,
clearer.
Messi. Pues sí, es Messi. ¿Cómo lo tenéis? Well, I mean, this chat destroyed my game.
This chat's on fire.
I need to, honestly, this chat today is absolutely on fire. Me tengo que inventar un juego más difícil porque el chat me ha ganado.
Little
me ha
clap for the
ganado.
chat. Well
All
done,
right,
chat. I'm
so
impressed.
Thankfully, I'm competitive and I will come up with a harder game for you guys because that was way too easy. But I did this challenge
Okay.
at Camp Nou Boulevard. And
Should we see how you got on with the fans?
let's see how people got on.
Right, I'm here on Barça Boulevard asking people how well can they distinguish legendary players when they're Legofied. Let's find out. Who's this?
Cruyff.
All right. You guys ready for another one? This one's a bit harder, but I think it's still doable.
Iniesta.
Spot on.
Uy. Is that Puyol?
Spot on.
Oh,
Absolutely killing it. Can you tell me who that is? Johan Cruyff. Spot on.
Cruyff. Iniesta.
Spot on. 2 for 2. Can you tell me who that is?
Oh, Barcelona.
Do you guys know it?
Come on, George.
Come on.
Come on. Huh? Johan Cruyff.
Johan Cruyff.
Puyol.
No. Un poco más antiguo.
No, ni idea.
I got no clue that one.
Zero contribution, he knows way more than me.
Congratulations, 4 for 4.
I don't know if we're gonna. Iniesta.
Yeah.
Iniesta.
Spot on. 3 for 3.
I think Iniesta.
Spot on. Do you want to go for a third one? Really test it out. Okay, this one's a lot harder, but if you had to take a guess, who would you say?
Xavi.
Dani Alves. No sé.
No, ¿quién es?
Es un mediocampista que jugó de la época dorada del Barça.
Es Iniesta.
Sí.
¿Sí?
Very good.
Yeah, people
Very
did well.
good. I'm impressed. You know your players. If you want
know.
to test yourself, download the Feeberse app. Head over
Yes.
to follow us at Culers Corner. not only is there great content on there from Alex and myself,
Yes.
but you can check out we just published. There's the
Yes.
Rafinha one we did right here, but there are various others, and they're not easy.
No.
Can you guess the players? Leave.
Who's that?
Some of them are really hard.
I know.
That one we did as well.
The training one is hard. That one's hard.
That one, I know who it is. I know who it
but
is. I know who it is. This one we
yeah.
did in the Buddha. Head
We
over. Who are they?
Check it out. See
Leave a
how far you
comment.
can go. Like the video.
Yeah.
And
We'll
yeah,
keep uploading to
definitely.
Feeberse. Head over to Feeberse. Download the app on your smartphone.
And upload content.
Upload content.
Upload content.
Upload content. We
It's
want to
fun.
see what you're doing. And
Yes.
tag us at Culers Corner.
Yes.
Right. Let's move on because we're going to go back in time.
Yes, we are.
All the way back to 2009.
Yes. That was a good era.
So we're going to go back to this match in 2009 for this week's retro replay, where Barca faced Mallorca on the 7th of November.
And
2009
Pep,
in the
Pep
Camp
still
Nou.
had some hair.
Pep still had some hair. It was an interesting season for Barca.
Yeah.
Because they won 6 titles the season previous under Pep, the famous 2008-9 season.
Mm-hmm.
And so they came into this one where it was, it was a good season. They won the league and they had a good time with it. Pedro did open the scoring for Barca. Núñez got one back for the visitors. And then
it was Pedro again.
Pedro again that got Barca ahead on the scoreboard. And it's an iconic era
It
for
is,
Barca.
honestly. You think of, I think some of my favorite eras is like 2008, 2009. You think of the team and you're just like, wow.
Yeah.
When you have Pedro, I think for me is one of my favorite Barcelona players all time. When you have DT Henry jumping like a fish out of water to score a header like that, I mean, it's an outstanding team. And I mean, you look at these things and honestly, it just gives me joy. It was what I like. I think what I like about watching this back now is that there's nostalgia, but because we're enjoying football so much right now, you don't get as like attached.
I was going to
it.
say, do you think in like 10 years from now, we'll be watching back like matches from this last couple of weeks?
Oh, definitely. I think when you look at the consecutive, you're going to have Cubarsí, you're going to have Casado, you're going to have Lamine Yamal. They're going to be older players. And you're going to be like, 10 years ago, Lamine Yamal is only going to be 27 years old.
It's true.
So, like, he's 27 and 10 years have passed since, he scored in the Champions League, since he scored in the league, since he won the Euros,
We're going to be celebrating
10
those
years from
landmarks.
now, we're going to be nostalgic for the Barcelona that we had right now.
There is an interesting, we saw him score the penalty toward the end there. 3 players substituted on during this match. Messi, Xavi and Iniesta. And it seems absurd to sort of say that, really.
Yeah, honestly, it was. But we're having the same problem again, which I like. I like the parallels now, because obviously you would maybe see this before. You had Puyol, now we have Cubarsí. You have Xavi, you have Iniesta, now we have Pedri, now we have Gavi, now we have Casado, now we have Frankie de Jong. And it's those parallels that are really, really nice to think about, because it's an era that's respected so much, not only with us, but like globally as well.
Yeah.
And now we've kind of gone full circle, finally. And we're having that same respect. We're having the players that, maybe, Culers Corner in 20 years' time, 30 years' time, the retro replay will be, a 4-0 win over Real Madrid, for example.
I mean, that's going to go down in the history books, surely. If you enjoy watching historic matches and just great Barca content, frankly, we've talked about downloading Feeberse. You can also, on your phone, download Barca One. It's Barca's official on-demand video platform.
Sí. Puedes ver bastante vídeos, puedes ver partidos antiguos de casi cualquier época, de la época de Johan Cruyff, de la época de Pep, de Puyol, de Piqué, de Sergio Busquets, de Messi, o si queréis ver un partido de hace 3 temporadas, con Alexis Sánchez, con, gente, pues lo que queráis, todo en Barça One, incluyendo, solamente partidos, eso, y tenemos documentales, tenemos de todo. Descarga Barça One, la aplicación para todo lo que es contenido y vídeos y documentales del Barça.
No, the nights are getting colder, and
Yeah.
you know what a better way than staying in and
Barca
watching some
One.
great Barca content. Barca
Yeah.
One, like you say, amazing matches, original documentaries, so much
Anything
original
you're in the
content,
mood for.
and great live content.
Yes.
And this weekend, for example, and we're going to take a look at the schedule in a minute. But for
Mhm.
example, like all this weekend, there's so much
There is,
live
there
content.
is.
If we bring up the schedule on our
Let's see,
screens,
let's see.
on Saturday morning, we've got, and literally, like, this is just how much there is. Under 13s play versus Cerdanyola at 10:30. Cadet B, which I believe are under 15s, they play at 12 midday against Cornellà. You can watch Barca live training ahead of Real Sociedad,
Yeah.
and you can watch Hansi Flick's press conference ahead of Real Sociedad. Like, where else can you get
And
so
then
much,
Sunday you
so
have
much football?
Even more football.
Sunday you got even more football. You got under 19s. They play Nastic Tarragona.
Yeah.
Then
you have Barca live.
Barca, are you on this weekend?
I am not, sadly. Robert is going to have to wait another week for me to beat him at something.
And you say you're not competitive.
I am not competitive at all. But Real Sociedad versus FC Barcelona, Barca lives are fun, I promise. If you guys like Culers Corner, you'll definitely like a Barca live program. But then Monday, Barca news, as always. Tuesday, then you have 4 matches from the weekend.
Yep, all the La Liga matches, both men and women, you can watch on demand on Tuesday and catch up with the great commentators that we have here at Barca
Indeed.
Studios in English, Spanish, and Catalan.
Yes, and on Thursday, el mejor día de la semana.
Mejor día de la semana.
Mejor día de la semana. Culers Corner by Feeberse.
Absolutely.
El mejor día de la semana.
Where are
vamos.
you going to get more live content all about Barca? You know the great thing as well, Alex?
Mhm.
With all this kind of like under 13s, under 15, under 19s,
Yeah.
it's all there captured to watch forever.
Yeah.
So
that's the thing.
like-
Well, you have that. You know, you have. Well, remember that Lamine Yamal interview that we showed a couple of weeks ago? You have that content. We're capturing all this content, and to be able to look back at that and to be able to kind of see the progress of a lot of players that make it to the first team eventually, it's outstanding. And I think that also shows how much we respect the younger players as well. You know, we're streaming, you know, a U15 match, and I think most clubs probably wouldn't be interested in to kind of give that resource. But Barca One, you could see it all.
And those are the future Lamine Yamals, the future
Exactly.
Fermins, the future Gabis.
Exactly. That is our La Masia. But I think it's outstanding, and the fact, if you guys want to be familiar, you know, with the style of play, how you see the progress, it's an interesting to study as well. Obviously, if you're interested in that, to kind of see, you know, the different styles of play from the U15s to the senior squad. But you can watch it all in one place.
Last week, whilst we were here on Culers Corner by Feeberse, everyone else at Barca One was off at a very nice gala in
Indeed.
the old Estrella Damm factory in Barcelona City, where they had various premieres and got to hear from the players, one of which
Indeed.
you can watch right now on Barca One. It's The Return of Gabi, which is a documentary that tracks the history of his injury, his recovery, and his return to playing, which was just a couple of weeks ago. And so it's like the most up-to-date documentary you'll see. They also got to speak to Gabi. Do you know what Gabi's very competitive at?
What?
You're going to have to find out. Let's have a look.
¿Él dijo algo del futbolín?
Gaby es muy pasional con todo y al final el futbolín parece una tontería, pero cuando tú no puedes competir en el terreno de juego, cualquier excusa para competir fuera de él es buena. Y Gaby, siendo como es, no se puede plantear perder un partido de futbolín.
Gaby, no perds ni al futbolín.
No. Bueno, tengo que decir que mi compañero de futbolín es Fermín y...
Vale,
I
però
no-
us jugueu alguna cosa entre vosaltres quan competiu o és així...
Algunas veces sí, depende de quién sean los rivales.
Com no ens està escoltant gairebé ningú, pots dir que us jugueu o no?
Dinero, sobre todo.
Però mucho.
No mucho.
Calderilla.
Sí.
Calderilla.
Sí. Corroboras.
Sí.
Valde, no te están incluyendo, entiendo que eres el más bueno y por eso no, ¿no?
No. Yo la verdad que bastante flojo al fútbol.
Ostras.
No juego mucho. Porque estos están siempre jugando, están todo el día. Parece que van al entreno más para jugar al futbolín que para entrenar.
Això ho sap Hansi Flick? Ho sap això?
Sí.
Sí, fa cara de por.
Ya.
Sí. ¿Sí o no, Cata?
Sí. Lo ha dicho un poco tímido, él sí.
No, sí.
Se pone ahí a ver los partidos.
O sigui que Hansi Flick ve abans de l'entrenament a veure el futbolín amb els companys que ens acompanyen avui aquí, eh? Molt
Futbolín.
Futbolín, the table football, the football.
I'm actually really competitive.
I'm shocked. I'm shocked. We need to set up a match. Alex versus Gabby.
Oh,
You think you could take on Gabby and Fermin?
Not with the amount that they play.
Yeah, probably not.
I can probably beat them at ping pong. I have my back to that.
Careful, because they play a lot of ping pong as well.
I'll back myself.
Okay,
I'll
all
back
right.
myself. Futbolín es un poco más difícil si no juegas. Entonces, ping pong, vamos, todo el día.
Okay. Are you going to call out Gabby live on
Gabby,
YouTube?
te he hecho un partido de ping pong por dinero. Que no tengo, pero tú sí.
Maybe if you could beat Gabby, you could take me out for dinner or
Un
something.
partido, exactly. I would bet the money because I'm so certain that I would win.
Ooh, big words
I know.
from Alex. It wasn't just the men's players that got documentaries made.
Yes.
The Barca women players had documentaries made about them as well.
Indeed.
Patri is
Guijarro.
one of them. Patri Guijarro. If you've not seen it, it's
Yes.
very good.
It is
What was she? She was asked in this gala, which is I wish we could have gone, but hey. What she was most worried about when they were filming the documentary. What would you be worried about if they were filming a documentary about your life?
What people would say about me.
Yeah.
Like not in a bad way, but like exposed.
You got secrets to hide, Alex?
Not secrets, but it's like what my friends say. It's like those things that you don't want people to know necessarily that happens maybe one day in like 2003 that your friends remember.
You want to know what Patri was worried about?
What was she worried
Let's
about?
have a look, because Maria asked her in the event. Let's have a look at Patri.
Bueno, para mi madre estar nerviosísima, para mis amigos también, pero bueno, a ver, que se vea un poco más lo que vivimos dentro, lo que hemos vivido desde pequeñas, yo creo que es bonito, y también pues expresarse y abrirse un poco a ello, pues es bonito, pero ya te digo, sobre todo ver nerviosa a mi madre, a mi amiga, la verdad que ha sido difícil pero a la vez gracioso.
So more or less.
More or less,
More or
yeah.
less.
She was worried about her mum and her friend.
Yeah.
There were great interviews in the documentary.
Yes, definitely.
About Patri's history, where
Yeah.
she came from Mallorca to live in Barca.
Yeah, it's a behind the scenes essence of what it is to be Patri and how she got there, and eso es un documental sobre Patri Guijarro, de lo que es su vida personal fuera del campo, obviamente, de lo que hace Patri Guijarro, de su historia llegar al Barça y ser la jugadora que es, una jugadora que es clave para el Barça, y lo puedes ver todo in Barca One.
In Barca One. Alex, unfortunately, it's time to say goodbye.
But Jamie,
It's time to go home.
we're having fun.
We're having fun. I know. Thank you, everyone, for joining us here on Culers Corner by Feeberse as every Thursday. It's a pleasure having you.
Muchas gracias por estar con nosotros, por aguantarnos y nada, por el chat, muchas gracias por contestar preguntas y molt bé para el juego, que la verdad que me dejasteis. Ya os voy a dar un challenge un poco más difícil. Pero nada, hasta la próxima semana desde aquí, Culers Corner, patrocinado por Feeberse.
We'll leave you with the trailer from that documentary, Nascudes para Jugar, Dare to Play with Patri Guijarro.
Hombre, para mí el fútbol lo es todo. Si no fuese todo, yo creo que no hubiese ido de Mallorca para Barcelona. Es verdad que llevo casi ya 10 temporadas y ahora mismo puedo decir que es casa.